Good morning, guitar players. Welcome to my weekly Thursday morning, 9:45 a.m. Central Time, Facebook Live mini guitar lesson. My name is Britton. Maybe you already know that. If you don't, that's who I am. And this is what I do every Thursday morning, 9:45 a.m. CT. We do a short little, and I mean like just a few minutes, a short little mini guitar lesson, just one little tidbit of guitar fun, a little fun thing you can throw into whatever you're playing, hopefully. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a hammer in a D chord. Now last week we did a hammer on a D chord using our pinky pull off. So whatever you can hammer, you can also pull off or try. So anyway, today we're going to do a different hammer in our D chord. And the reason this is so incredibly useful, we play D chords all day long. When we're in the key of D, one chord, it's our home chord, and we're hanging out on the one chord often. In the key of G, though, D is our 5 chord. See how we're using the natural number system? And we are often also hanging out on the 5 chord at the end of a line, waiting for the next line to start. So that's the perfect spot to throw in a little fancy something and impress your friends and intimidate your enemies with your guitar prowess. Before I show you what we're going to work on today, though, I want to direct you into the description because there's some links in there that you're going to want to check out. My website and my YouTube channel, oodles and oodles and oodles of fun stuff on there. A quick and easy sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Just click on the link, you'll be done in 10 seconds, and that way we'll be connected forever and ever. But I won't junk up your inbox with a lot of stupid stuff. Just once a month, I send out a newsletter that I think is fun and interesting. Keeps you informed about my Zoom classes, which I do one per month. And in March, we're doing it on Wednesday, March 24th. The class is called Taylor Swift Then and Now. You do not have to be a teenage girl to really enjoy Taylor Swift songs. I am certainly not a teenage girl at this point. But if you're a songwriter, if you just like fun songs, most of her tunes are not that hard to play, so you don't need advanced guitar skills. So I hope you'll think about joining us on March 24th, and I hope you'll sign up for my newsletter, and then we'll stay connected. All right, back to our D chord here. So everybody play a D chord. Last week what we did, like I said a second ago, was we did a hammer where we put our pinky on the first string, and a hammer is when you smack your finger down hard. And then, by the way, if you can hammer, you can also think about doing a pull-off. If that's all brand new and you never thought about doing that before, you might want to go back and check our mini guitar lesson from last week. Of course, they're all my Facebook Live mini guitar lessons are all archived on this page. Under videos, there's a gazillion of them there on all sorts of things. So what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on your index finger and how that index finger can create a fun little hammer note. That's on the 3rd string. In a D chord, your index finger lives on the 3rd string. So what we're going to do is isolate for a second, just to get the hang of this. Isolate that 3rd string and the index finger and make sure our finger understands his job. Excuse me. So you're going to pick up your index finger, okay? You're going to pluck the 3rd string open because now it doesn't have a finger on it. And you're going to hammer that index finger down so hard that it makes another note pop out that your right hand did not create. Your right hand created the first one, and then that second note created by your left hand, your chord hand. So if you've never done that before, you're going to want to spend a minute kind of getting the feel of that. Now I'm going to show you how to put that into everything else you're playing, okay? So for example, I'm going to take a really simple strum pattern like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I'm I'm doing. It couldn't possibly be any easier, okay? So I'm going to go strum, strum, hammer, strum, strum, strum. All right? I feel cool already. Notice that when it was time for me to do my hammer, I picked up my finger. I did not isolate the third string. I just, whoops, that sucked. And then I hammered my finger down. So you can integrate it into all sorts of different rhythms. So that's maybe a good place to start. Now I'm going to show you another kind of strum that really lends itself to getting decorated with this hammer as well. So it's going to be bass, that's my fourth string, bass, strum, pick up my index finger, and I'm going to pluck that third string, hammer, strum. So it goes like this. Bass, strum, hammer, strum. Bass, strum, hammer, strum. Bass, strum, hammer, strum. Bass, strum, hammer, strum. And after you get used to that and you've been practicing it for a little while, you can ramp up your speed and you might wind up with something like this. Now you don't have to do that while you're singing, by the way. You can just do that in your intro. I like doing that while you're singing. You can just do it when you're not singing, like in your intro, in the turn, in between sections in your song when you're not singing, or any other time you feel like it, just wherever it seems to fit in, okay? All right, well, have fun with that. Go ahead and sign up for my free monthly newsletter. And think about my Zoom class on Wednesday, March 24th. Taylor Swift, you know you want to, just admit it. And meanwhile, stay in the groove.